What's going on, guys? Just here, just working today. This weather can't make up its mind, so just kind of going back and forth. Well, in the spring, we're going through that transition right now, so it's still a little cold out. It was 70 degrees on Saturday. Today we're back down to about 40. So anyway, kind of going back and forth in terms of what I'm wearing, but definitely felt in the mood to kind of wear that Angel Share DNA. And so anyway, I wanted to kind of talk to you about that. So what am I doing? So today it's pretty cold out, and so what I decided to use today was Royal Blend, which is a really, really, really good take. Probably one of the closest takes on that Angel Share DNA. And so would definitely highly recommend this. Definitely, if you're into kind of softer, sugary gourmandy or gourmand kind of scents, definitely wear this. I mean, I've worn this to the office. I wear this, while I'm out. Definitely wear this when I'm going out with my wife. She loves it. But I'm like, because I like to project. Sometimes I really do. Sometimes I'm just when I'm in the mood. So this kind of definitely is definitely high quality. Sits close to the skin. Well, it does project, but it leaves more of a sillage. So in other words, if you walk by somebody, they'll smell it, but it's not pushing off that like crazy. Now this is it's a really good one. It's Enigma Douce or Dos, and so let me probably go back to this one. This is Royal Blend, and so it's a really, really good. Inspired by that Angel Share. So, and it's an affordable version of it. So this here is Enigma Douce. You'll see it there, and it's a really good, pretty strong. Once again, it's in that same vein in terms of that DNA, really boozy Angel Share DNA, and so if you could get your nose on it, I would definitely say go smell it. It is beautiful. It is really great for this weather, especially for the really cold months. We're coming out of it, so right now it's March, and once again, we're still in that transition. So I kind of go back and forth. So just kind of felt in the mood to kind of wear this. I really love the smell. I really enjoyed it. It's rich. It's high quality. This I like when I like to project and really kind of stand out. And so once again, you'll see it there. And this is Royal Blend. Pretty, for me, I would say blind buy safe based on what I enjoy. So now, keeping the conversation going, as it gets warmer, I bought this thing from French Avenue called Obsidian. So you'll see the bottle there. It's a beautiful bottle. This is, once again, this is along the same type of DNA. And what it does, though, is that they put a kind of a ginger kind of it's much lighter, and it really kind of projects really well, and so it kind of bounces off your skin. It's perfect for this type of weather, for the spring, definitely for the summer. So I bought, since I loved this for the colder months, I got this that gives you the same type of DNA, the same type of scent profile, I guess, or scent, and it lightens it up, and it's something that you could definitely wear for the summer. So look, definitely, I love wearing this to the office. I've worn it on warmer days. People always ask me and stop me and ask me, what am I wearing? And so once again, I definitely tell them, it's an inspired by Middle Eastern cologne, Obsidian by French Avenue. And definitely recommend it as things are warming up. So look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you all the notes. I'm a user. I like to consume. I like to be able to use these things. I'm not sitting here, you could see kind of I've really put a dent in this one so far because, there's a top here. But this is already kind of hitting, definitely put a dent in this. So I've been using this on warmer days. You could see what I did to this thing. So, I like to go out there, see what works, what doesn't. These are the three that I can tell you that if you're out in a professional setting, or if you're out on a date and you don't want to kind of, you don't want to really kind of project, but really smell high quality, this is the one to go with. If you're out there and, for lack of a better term, if you're on your F-boy energy and you want to kind of project and stand out and you're, maybe more casual. You could use this whenever, but if you really kind of want to stand out and fill a room a little bit more, and people are going to smell you coming, this is definitely the one that you want to look into. And once finally, to close this out, just to kind of give you some advice, as things warm up, get this one here. This is that Angel Share inspired DNA, and it's Obsidian, and it is a beautiful smell. Once again, you can't go wrong with these. And good luck. Look, I'm just trying to show you the things that I'm using right now, and I'm out there in the real world. I'm out there in business meetings, on project sites, on bankers, dealing with construction workers, dealing with project managers, dealing with landowners, right? So I'm out there in the real world kind of wearing this stuff, and just kind of also, trying to figure out what works when, right? Definitely, it's a learning experience, just like anything else. And I would tell you that I've been learning, right? Like I've worn things when the occasion wasn't correct, and I've learned things when oversprayed. I'm an oversprayer, so I'm learning to get better at that. But also, I'm realizing that as I'm testing things, I'm definitely learning a lot more about my profile. So these are these are great for the winter, for the spring. Same type of DNA along that same line, but they do different things. So these are my recommendations. Definitely check them out. And as you continue your journey, I would say that definitely please stay focused, right? Because what happens is that we start this journey, and just like anything else, right? You start wide, right? You really start wide, and you start buying things because you're buying into the hype. And I've done it. But I kind of slowed myself down just because of the type of person that I am. I'm very analytical, right? Hey, look, I'm a real estate developer, so that's what I do. I work with numbers. I look at things. I manage things. So you start wide, but then what happens is, as you're kind of in this, whether it's a few months, a few years, whatever, right? Like you start to narrow because you figure out who you are in terms of what you enjoy, what you like to wear, how you like to wear it, when you like to wear it, right? And you become much more narrow in terms of your focus, and how you enjoy your fragrance, and when you use them and how you use them. So what I would say to you that, just be careful how wide you go. That's it. Because you could blow a lot of money. You could blow through a lot of money. So I definitely have some recommendations in terms of how to be much more focused and intentional in terms of how you buy. So if you buy things, I definitely do a little testing, right? Like sit back, watch a lot of YouTube videos, watch these influencers. And if they're all kind of saying the same thing, and they're all kind of pushing the same, once the hype dies down, just listen, see what people are buying. More importantly, read the comments, right? Like go into these Amazon or Joma shops and read the reviews, right? And see what are people really saying. Go beyond the hype that the people on YouTube are telling you, and go check them out, and go see what people who are actually using these things are saying, right? Because a lot of these guys that are on YouTube are probably more reviewers, are more about the artistry. They've probably been around the block a few times, so their experience with this stuff is much further along than you are if you're just starting this out, right? And it's just like if you were to come into the real estate world. I've been doing this for 25 years. It's the equivalent of me talking to you about real estate when you really haven't been in this world, right? And so just imagine having that conversation. So when they're talking to you, they're forgetting that at one point they didn't know anything about this journey. And so just keep that in mind. That's all. And so their nose, their preference, what they enjoy is much different than what you as a beginner. Look, I'm a beginner, so that's why I'm talking to you. So I felt that it was important for people to understand that. And so, just a regular guy that's out here building a business, out here in the real world, using these things. I like to smell good. I like to look good. With my health journey, my business journey, this is all part of it. This is just part of it, right? This isn't the end all be all. This is just the cherry on top of the cake, and so this just adds to the overall package, right? It's like when I'm going into meetings, I plan in terms of what I'm going to wear, how I'm going to smell, what is it that I'm trying to put out in the world, what is it that I'm trying to project. And so all these things go along right with it, whether it's I'm wearing an angel share kind of DNA, or if I'm kind of more of an Aventus type of situation, or is it an oud kind of situation, darker, or is it lighter, right? Well, like the Louis Vuittons, inspired buys, right? Like, so there's a lot of, like, each perfume house is, I guess what I'm learning is that they have a very different type of way that they're putting stuff out into the market, and I'm just learning. And so I'm a guy starting a business. I'm out here in the real world, and I just want to share with you in terms of the practicalities and the things that I'm learning about starting this journey, so that you don't blow through a lot of money. I've done it. So just be very careful. Listen, see what are people talking about, and there's a reason why these Middle Eastern inspired buys are happening, is because apparently whatever they're inspired by, or whatever they're trying to create, is obviously something that has sold out in the market. It's proven, which means now they're copying it, and they're creating these inspired by fragrances, right? Which means then, okay, the mass or a good portion of people are using this stuff. So why are they using it? Look into it. Look at the comments. Just go in there, and then what you start doing is you start buying stuff and figure out, okay, what is it that it's inspired by? Okay, now learn about this perfume house, and maybe, okay, well, I want to kind of see what else is being cloned, or for lack of a better term, or what else is being inspired by in that specific, whether it's Creed, whether it's Killian's, whether it's Armouage, whatever, right? Like, there's different perfume houses, and see what is being cloned there, and get your nose on it, and maybe that's what you enjoy. And then at some point, then you want to go out and put your nose on the real thing, and maybe you want to buy the real thing, or maybe you just don't feel like, okay, this is not what they put out, is not doesn't fit my profile. And so look, instead of, because I've seen this and it blows my mind that people blind buy $300, $400, $500 cologne bottles, and I'm like, wow, you want to take that type of risk? I'm good. I'm good. I got to put my money somewhere else, right? Like, I'm trying to grow a business, man. I'm not trying to blow thousands of dollars on fragrances. At some point, I'll definitely buy the actual thing if it's better than what these inspired buys can do, because I'm not buying stuff just for the sake of the name. I don't care about that. You know, there's a specific, you know, like Creed gets criticized for not, you know, at one point when they first came out, apparently from what I'm understanding is they were really good. They lasted long. They really were strong. But then they got sold. Then so what they did, they increased prices, but the performance went down. And so now people are buying this. I'm like, why would you buy something for $500-$600 for the artistry, and to say that you have the bottle and so it could sit on a shelf and it doesn't last long? Nah, you could miss me with that, bro. I'm good. You can stick with the artistry. I stick with stuff that works. So if a inspired by works better, I'll just use the inspired by. I'm good with it. For me, though, there are certain houses that I know that you get your money's worth, right? Like Armoire, but you have to be into that type of profile. So I'm just testing them out. I'm starting to kind of smell their stuff. And I think that's something that I could definitely buy down the road, because you're going to get your money's worth. Like, you know, it's something that's strong, it's unique, you know, but that, you know, once again, that's like levels, right? Like there's levels to everything. And so people grow to that, right? Like it's, you know, it's something that you grow into, I guess, for lack of a better way of saying it. So look, I've been rambling. This is where I'm at. If you can go out and check them out, you know, once again, Royal Blend, great for the winter, beautiful date night stuff, very professional settings, and also just kind of it's a beautiful, beautiful smell. This is a much stronger version in terms of how it projects, and this is great for hotter weather. Same type of DNA, same type of feel, but just for different situations. So, all right, guys, have a good one, man. Take care.